Hello and welcome to the final video in the Websites and E-commerce module of our Growth Hacking course. In this video, I'll be sharing some tools and tips for how to make a great website for your company. Before we get there, let's recap. Across the previous videos, we learned how to build an effective website and to build it with confidence. And to show me that you've learned that, you get to create a website for your company. Begin by sketching the key pages, then use a tool like Squarespace to create the website. In the previous videos, we talked about a website overview, an e-commerce overview. We dove into some of the best practices for web design and user experience, and you got to see some case studies of small business websites going from good to great. So with that, let's walk through how to create a great website. So your project, you can begin by sketching at least 4 of your key pages for your site. Then you can jump into the tool itself to begin building. You can use a robust tool like Squarespace, or you can use a free tool like Universe. And of course, make the intent clear. I'll be looking for websites where it's very obvious what I should be doing as a user in terms of navigating from page to page through your site. So the first step is sketching. And again, you can use pencil and paper for this, or you can use a digital tool for your sketching and your wireframes. One of my favorite tools is a tool called Whimsical. It is a very wide open canvas for creating wireframes and flowcharts. Here's an example of a wireframe that the Whimsical team created for the Zappos website. And don't worry, your wireframe doesn't have to look this robust, but this is just an example of the type of detail that you can choose to add, which will only make your design even easier to implement. As a contrast, here are some silly ones I put together for a content site that I was dreaming up. So as you can see, quite a bit different than the Zappos wireframes, but still useful in terms of understanding how content nests and settles and organizes within your website. So when it comes to actually building the sites, there's a couple options for you. For the most part, students choose to use Squarespace, which is a hugely robust website builder. It has a lot of flexibility. It's used by professionals to create sites. It covers all sorts of different business types. And there's a ton of awesome pre-built templates there. Let me hop over to Squarespace and show you how to get started. So when you go to squarespace.com, you'll be presented with this landing page. Begin by clicking the Get Started button. Any Squarespace website is free for your first 14 days. Once you're at this Get Started page, there's a number of popular categories to choose from. Let's say you're running a local business for your company in this course. Click on the Local Business tab, choose a design that you like. We'll go with Barbosa. You can always preview them, or you can just go ahead and get started. Squarespace will begin with a certain template for you, but it is totally up to you where you take it from there. If you ever get stuck with Squarespace as you're building it, there's some really great tutorials online. Simply do a Google search for the problem that you're encountering with Squarespace. If you run into any troubles that you can't solve through Google, feel free to reach out to me at help@societyforideas.org. So now that that page is loading, this is one of the first screens that we see. It asks you to give a name to your site. So we'll name it. Do some tips on how to edit pages, how to create new pages, and how to style pages. And here is the foundation for our new site. So the first thing I like to do is come over here to Pages and just clear out anything that I don't need. So photos, amenities, about, contact. Depending on the pages that you want for your site, you may choose to keep some of these, you may not. If you want to delete any of these, click the gear icon, scroll down to the bottom, and click Delete. You can also access this with the little trash can icon to the left of the link. To create a new page, you click this plus button. And here's some different template options that you can choose to begin with. I often like to start with the blank page because it gives me a totally blue ocean scenario to build. Now, as you can see, nothing is clickable over here just yet, so you need to come up and click this Edit button, which will expand the editor and allow you to add page content. When you click the plus, you have a whole host of sections to choose from headlines, lists, galleries, images. I love to start every page off with a headline. So here are some of the options here. We'll choose this one. To make any changes to the text itself, simply place your mouse over the text and then click inside, select the text to change it. Always undo if you don't like any of your changes. With images, when you hover over it and click on it, you'll see this tiny menu come up. Go ahead and click the edit icon. And it allows you to edit the image or completely change it. You can delete it and search for a new one. Squarespace is great because its image search is powered by Unsplash, one of the tools we talked about last time. I still have burgers on my mind, so I'm going to search for burgers, see what comes up, select it, add it to the site. It will populate in this section here. Anytime you make a change to content on your Squarespace site, be sure to come down and click the Apply button when you're all done, so the change sticks. If you want to change elements beyond just these individual parts, you can change the entire block by choosing this menu up here, Edit Section. Edit Section allows you to change the height, the width, the alignment, the background, and the colors. When you're all done with changes, make sure you come up to the Done and click Save. In terms of choosing different styles for your site, if you choose the Design link from the menu, you can choose different fonts. And Squarespace comes built in with different font packs, which have some really great options here. And again, every time you finish, make sure you click Save. And then the same goes for the color schemes. So in that Design tab, you'll also see an option for colors. You can edit your color palette. You can choose custom colors or designer palettes and apply them to your website. And one last Squarespace tip, when you get ready to publish it so that you can share it for the project, come over here into your settings, go to site availability, choose password protected, and add the password. Make sure you click Save when you're done. Then when you come out to view your site, you can grab this URL and share it in Google Classroom for your assignment. So another option is Universe, and Universe is a free website builder that's available on iOS, so your iPhone, your iPad, or on a Mac. The great thing about Universe is that it's mobile first, so the sites are built for mobile devices. It's block-based building, which is easy to understand, and it works great for portfolio websites. Here's a quick look at what Universe interface looks like. So if you were to build a page on Universe, it comes with a number of different suggestions down here. As you click to build, you'll see there is a 3-column grid that you can add different content to. So as we scroll down the page here, you can add new rows. And then when you click on the different blocks, you can add different elements within them. That's a very, very quick overview of Universe. It's quite an intuitive platform as you get to learn more. When you're finished with this, click Publish. It'll upload your website. You can grab the URL from there and share it in Classroom as part of your project. Okay, so to recap, for this week's project, sketch out at least 4 key pages for your website. Then hop in and build your site. You can use Squarespace, which comes with a 14-day free trial, or you can use Universe, which is a totally free product. And don't forget to make your intent clear. I'd love to be able to look at your site and be able to tell intuitively where to go and how to navigate. If you need any help or run into any questions, please feel free to get in touch with me at help@societyforideas.org. I would love to hear from you. And I'll leave you with this quote: I've never tried that before, so I think I should definitely be able to do it. If this is true for you in this module with website building, maybe it's something you've never done before, I believe you can do it. I'm excited to see what you create.